which you have found in this country. But I can remind you, I would like to remind you that during the reign of King Chulalongkorn, he still used this idea to build a big one, because he explained that if he abolished this tradition for any prince or princess or any one of his royal family, there will be gossip that something wrong with that guy, something wrong with that prince or princess, what she had done wrong. So he decided during his reign, 40 years, he keep this tradition. But he ordered in his will that for his time when he passed away, which means that in the reign of King Rama VI, the idea of building this kind of big building has to be abandoned, and you have to build a small one instead. This is the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall. If you have the chance to watch the television right now, when we broadcast the royal ceremonies up there, all the things almost the same. In the middle is the royal urns of King Chulalongkorn under the 9 tiers umbrella. For the Thai people, most of the people in the Eastern country, we believe, or we share the idea that our head is the most important part of our body. Prince Damrong Rachanupap, once he explained that. So when the prince or the king travel around, they have the umbrella over his head. So he have only one. But when he defeat all another 8 directions, he collect the other 8 umbrella from the one on that direction, put it together, and bring it up together in this shape 9 tiers umbrella. But you might notice that from these pictures, we still have this throne, we still have these urns. For the royalty, we put the bodies in the urns, in the sitting positions, not on the coffin, except by the royal command of King Bhumibol. In case of His Majesty Mother's, the Princess Mother, Somdet Phra Sri Nakarin, and Princess Kalyani Watana, which is his elder sister, the body has lay in the coffin, and it was placed behind the royal urns, and the royal urns still be on these decorations to mark the royal as a royal dignities, to make the honors for the one who passed away. But I would like to show you, to pinpoint that nowadays we do not have this pillar. Since the reign of King Rama I, Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall, the place where the bodies of His Majesty the King is placed now, in the middle of the hall, we have the pillar. In order to make sure that the upper part of the building will not falling down. But King Wachiravut, he took to the building closely, and he decided, does it important, or does it need to be there? Because when we have the pillar like this, it's very difficult to place the royal urns very in the beautiful way. So King Wachiravut decided to cut it, to remove it, and it still be the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall still safe until now. This is months later when King Wachiravut has ordered that the main, the one of the main, the center pillar has to be removed. This is the urns of King Chulalongkorn, and This type of urn, we have three. The first one, this style, was built in the reign of King Rama I. This is the second one, was built in the reign of King Rama V. And the last one, the latest one, was built in the reign of King Rama IX, King Bhumibol. But I can tell you that the royal urns which is placed in the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall right now is the second one from the reign of King Chulalongkorn. In front of Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall, these two buildings are still there. And in the good old days, we built it contemporarily, Sala Thai, in the middle between that two permanent building. This time we have tent, the white one. Some of you might have a chance to be there, and you can notice that it's a tent. And the box here is the evidence that even by those days, the people, when they pay homage to the king, they would like to make a merit in order to send that merit for the late king. This is the box for donation, and we still have this tradition, and I would like to mark that. In the reign of King Rama VI, for the funeral of King Rama V, it's the first time that the people have a chance to get into the grand palace and pay homage to the king during the royal funeral. Before that, I mean, even in the reign of King Chulalongkorn or before that, the people have to wait until the cremation days when the royal urns has to be carried out of the palace, and they can pay homage to the royal urns by that time. But when King Chulalongkorn passed away, there was a meeting on the first week of King Vachiravut reign, or King Rama VI reign. That meeting has a discussion that because King Chulalongkorn is the most favorite one, and he was loved by all of the Thai people, so it might be good if we can allow the people to pay homage to King, the late King Chulalongkorn. So it was decided by that time in the reign of King Rama VI that the people will allow to pay homage twice a month, on the 1st and on the 15th of every month's calendars. I can find a record from early days of King Bhumibol that when King Rama VIII passed away, the people are allowed to pay homage to the late King Anantabhidol only 3 times a week, on Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Saturday. Because I can recall that there was one of the article that King Bhumibol has written in Thai, tell the story on the day when he back from Siam to Switzerland. He would like to pay homage to his elder brothers before he take a leave from Bangkok. His plan to be at Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall on Sunday, and the royal court officers asked him, "You will still allow the people to pay homage to the king because you will be there? It will be crowd." And His Majesty King Bhumibol said that the Sunday is the people's day. Let them go in. That the evidence that in the old days, not every day is for the people, but you can notice that from the news right now, the average numbers of people who enter the Grand Palace ground to pay homage the king is about 30,000 to 50,000 a day. This is Gong Tek, or the traditions of the Chinese or Annam monkshood to make a ceremonies on Mahayana merit for the late king. They have to build the miniatures from papers, and at the end of ceremony they will burn it. For His Majesty King Bhumibol, the Chinese sect, the Annam sect, and Potek Teng, and all the Thai who has Chinese blood ask the permission to have this kind of ceremony of Gong Tek. It will start on February once a month from various organizations. This is the detail of Gong Tek in the reign of King Rama the Fifth. And we have the record that by that time, this kind of paper utensil, we have huge or a lot of things. It placed in front of Chakri Mahaprasad Throne Hall, and it lasts until the front gate of the Grand Palace, Pratu Viset Chai Si. It means that hundreds of this kind of utensil, which was made of paper, was placed there. This is the cremation hall for King Chulalongkorn. It might be said that it's the origin of the idea that we will build the cremation hall or the cremation building for King Bhumibol. For King Chulalongkorn, we have 4 small buildings at the corner, but for King Bhumibol, we will have altogether is 9, and we have 8 around and 1 in the center. The detail of the screen. Thank you much. I'm sorry for the screen. It's not painting. It's embroidered. So it's quite difficult to do this, and it's quite amazing for myself, because King Chulalongkorn passed away on the 23rd of October, and about 5 months later, on next or coming March, the cremation ceremony was held. So everything, that building and this screen has to be finished in 5 or 6 months. You can still have a chance to witness this screen, because after the cremation has ended, this screen was bring to the temple to make a merit for the late king, and one of these screens still at Wat Chana Songkram near Khao San Road. You can see it. It still be there. The small construction around the area. This should be the royal ceremonies after the cremations has been done in the evening. Next morning, the raw bone and raw ash should be picked up and bring back to the Grand Palace. I said that this should be the morning part of the ceremony on the day after the royal cremation, because most of the members of the teams are heading out of the cremation hall. You can look. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the queen. So this is the late Queen Sawapha Phongsi, which is the queen of King Rama the Fifth. She's the mother of King Rama the Sixth and Seventh. We still use these kind of things, but I would like to notice that we have screen also, because by those time the royal female are not allowed to be seen by all the people or by the male royalty. So we have to have the screen to set the territory between the Phai Na, which means for the front palace, and the Phai Nai, the inner palace. This is the way when we bring the royal urns down from the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall to be on the Grand Palanquin, and the palanquin will be carried through the road belong the aside with Chapaya River to in front of the Wat Po or Wat Prachedupon. From that place, the urns will be placed on the Royal Grand Chariot. This is the one. Right now, we have the team of experts to repair or reconstruction or to help the Royal Chariot in a good condition for the use in the near futures. This is the cremation hall for Queen Sawaha Phongsi. In the old days, we have the royal urns put in the middle of the cremation hall. We have the Mai Chan, which you have already have the news from the newspaper that we bring the sandalwood from Prachuap Khiri Khan and to make all the things like this. But in the old days, when at the end of the ceremonies, we put all the fire, all the timbers, all the food of the wood under this place, and we cremate the bodies in the urns. But King Bhumibol changed the idea, and he ordered that we should have the ยอมแพ้เตา burning although you know that what it means. I'm sorry, I'm not good in this kind of things. In the morning, on the ceremony of picking up the raw ash or burns, we invited or we asked the monks to be there, and we make a merit again in the morning. You can notice that by those times we wear white for the morning ceremonies. I understand that during around Second World War, we changed the idea from the white to be the black one, to follow the Western style of mourning. When we have cremate already, the royal bodies already, we bring the royal bones back to the Grand Palace. We'll place it at the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall again to make a merit again before bring it up to the third floor of Chakri Mahaprasad Throne Hall and kept it there. And after we kept it there, we'll bring the royal bones back for a ceremony on a special occasion, at least once a year on Songkran days. This is the funeral of King Washirawut or King Rama VI. This is the Brahman for King Washirawut. Understand that the architect for this building is Prince Narit, who is the main architect of Siam by those times. This is the same even from the reign of King. So this is the early King Rama VII. The detail, the screen. This time we do not have the embroidered. We paint it. We paint it, and it's still kept in the National Museum. You can see it even now. For King Washirawut, the detail of the sandalwood prakot. This is the detail of the screen. The style of the painting is the royal favorite style by King Washirawut. This is King Rama VII, the same one in these pictures. He attended the ceremony in the morning. The bones or ash bring back to the Dusit Mahaprasad Throne Hall to make a marriage ceremonies again. This is for the cremation hall for the lower ranks. Lower than the king. This is for Zhao Fa, which is the son or brothers of the king. So the scale of the building is smaller. But the same idea of ceremony, how to make the merit and how to carry the bodies around the cities, and the cremation had to be at the Sanam Luang is the same, but the scale is smaller. This is the funeral of Prince Yukhon Tikhamporn. He's a grandfather of Than Mui, Mom Chatri Chalerm, the one who made the films, Panare Swan. This is his grandfather's. And this building right now is used as the